Hey guys, it's Heather. Welcome back. Today I am in my bathroom. We're going to be doing some decluttering and I'm just going to show you how I organize things. You guys know I like to go through my collection like every few months, see what's expired, see what I'm no longer using or loving, and just kind of go through and I guess shop my stash, and then also pick out some items that I really want to try to use more of that I just kind of forgot about. So that's all I have to say, so let's get into it. Just grabbed a couple more organizers from Target. This is like a Lazy Susan. It's by Made by Design. It's really nice, like especially if you're just getting started, like organizing your bathroom and you don't know where to start, or if you don't have a lot of stuff, you could put like your makeup on one side, your skincare on the other, really whatever you want. You could use it for food items. I think it's great. I also picked up 2 more of these little Lazy Susans. I'm thinking that I'm gonna use this in my closet over here to keep like my cleaning rags or cleaning products. I'm not really sure. I grabbed 2 of them. I can always use these somewhere in my house, so I think that they're great. I'll link all of them down below. All right, I just washed all of my makeup brushes. I like to do this about once a week. The ones that I'm using a lot, I just keep them in a little cup. My bigger ones I keep in this more like glam cup because I like to put it on my counter sometimes. I'm just gonna start by putting everything away and keep all of my perfumes up here. This is another Lazy Susan. It was a different color. I actually spray painted it to make it like a silver that goes with the rest of the bathroom. It's perfect for me. I've been using it to keep like all my perfumes up top and then more skincare down at the bottom, and then like contact solution, deodorant, and it's working really nice for that. But I do like to try to keep like, you know, different categories on one side. So all of like my skincare stuff on the left side and then other stuff towards the right. You know what? I also have some skincare that I've been keeping in this top drawer that I think that I'm gonna move because it could leak. So this is The Ordinary. I love this stuff. So I'm just gonna move it down here with the rest of my skincare. And you guys know I like to go through my makeup collection like every few months and declutter. So these are just more like creams that I'm trying out. My makeup wipes. This is like makeup that I'm reaching for every day. Keep some of my hair stuff, like tweezers, random things like that. And then in the back, chapstick. This I don't like, so this is gonna go in the declutter pile. So next drawer, setting sprays. I have a couple that I'm working towards getting rid of. So while I'm doing this, I'm also gonna be picking out some makeup and putting it in a makeup bag, because this is gonna be the makeup that I'm gonna be trying to go through and use up. So like this setting spray. So anything that I'm gonna be using to try to get through, I'm gonna go ahead and put aside, because a lot of this stuff is just getting old and I wanna use it before it expires. This is almost out. So next, foundations. These I use, these ones I love. This is almost out. I have 2 shades of the Infallible. This one works. There's one that's really, this one's way too light. It's just way too light. It's never gonna work, so I'm gonna put it aside. I have a few of the Total covers that I'm almost out of, and then the other ones are gonna be expiring soon. Like the dark shade I only use in the summer, and it's gonna be expiring. So I'm gonna put all 3 of these aside. Actually, this one, I think it has a little bit left and it's still good. So I'm gonna move it to my everyday makeup and try to use up the rest of that. But these ones are gonna go. This is another thing that I'm trying to use up more of. Like, it's really nice to mix in with your foundation every day. So I'm gonna add that to the bag. And this, I believe, is expired. Yep, October of 2020, but I love this stuff and there's only a little bit left, but it is expired. I'll probably just pick up a new one once I get through some of my other tinted moisturizers. This is skincare that I use like at night, so this actually needs to be moved with my skincare. Now I have just a couple of my everyday, couple primers, and then like BB cream, and then some tinted moisturizers and primers. Next up are bronzers. I have a lot of powders and bronzers, so I'm having a hard time actually fitting everything. But this one, I think it's just about empty. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, there's like nothing left. So this one I'll be decluttering. So now I have the new one that I got a couple months ago. This is actually a face powder that has SPF in it. I love it, love it, love it. But I have a lot of face powders, so I need to grab one that, and I just have a few more bronzers. So I'm gonna add this one to my makeup bag for like the next couple of weeks and try to work through this. I really, really like it, but it is getting on the older side. I have a couple more like foundation powders. This I love for the summer because it's got a really nice SPF in it. These actually fit nicer if I put them that way. Concealers, I'm pretty good. I'm working through one of my current favorites. This is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I use it all the time. I have 2 different shades, but these little travel sizes are good. I have the 2 regular ones like that I always use, but they have dried out super quick. And I feel like every time I try to use them, I'm not getting much product, so I'm gonna put them aside. My highlights are all good. This is actually a face powder. Moving on to blushes. I picked up 2 of these NYX Sweet Cheeks. I love the orange coral shade, but this one in the shade Coralicious just does not work great for me. So I think that I'm gonna see if somebody wants this and put this aside. It's literally brand new. And then this is a palette that I got a couple years ago actually. And I was using it a lot when I first got it and I'm just not loving it. The blush is good, but it's just not enough for me to keep a palette just because of a blush. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one. I also did a whole video on exactly how I organize these drawers, where I got like all of my little containers. So I'll put that up on the screen if you wanna check out that video, but this system has been working really well for me. I just have a couple more blushes. This I got and I don't really reach for it ever. Like I'm not using it enough and we all know blushes take forever to get through. So because of that, I'm gonna declutter it. I'm just not using it. Everything else I use like pretty regularly, but I do need to pick a blush to start using more of. And I think that I'm gonna go with the MAC in the shade Melba, because it's perfect for every day and I just feel like I don't reach for it enough, but it will work with pretty much any look. And I didn't pick a bronzer, so I think I'm gonna pick the Dolce bronzer. This is another one that looks really nice with anything. It's perfect for the winter and I wanna try to use it up. All right, next drawer. So I have my lipsticks and all of my eye products. So my lipstick collection is getting pretty full. I also have another container of like overflow stuff. So I have some stuff that's old. I have some stuff that I don't like as much as other things. So I'm going to be working through that right now. A lot of this stuff just needs to go because it's gotten too old. So everything in here is pretty new or they're like backups. So I have 3 Maybelline lipsticks. These are all newer and I really like them. This is newer, I just picked it up. It is e.l.f. in the shade Fantasy. The wand on this is seriously so freaking flimsy. It's so flimsy, it's like look at that. It's just, and literally like nothing comes out. I read good reviews and I'm just not impressed at all with it, so it's gotta go. So I have a bunch of these. These are really just getting old and they're like my favorites. I bought like a bunch of them because I knew that they were gonna be limited edition. So these are both the shade Alyssa, and as much as I love the color, I have to get rid of them because they're too old. And then this one is in the shade November. If anyone knows of something similar to those shades, let me know down below. This 0.0, I just don't wear it. It's just does not look great on me. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. Next up, I have 2 newer like red blotted lips that I've been liking. And then I have a few of these L'Oreal lip paints that are also my favorites, but they're just getting dry and I have backups. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna declutter these ones and then just replace them with the backups that I have. The same goes for these 2. They're getting a little bit old. I need to get backups for them, but I did pick up 2 shades of these Revlon lip mousses that I really like, and they're similar shades. So this is gonna be more of something that like I'm gonna put in my everyday makeup bag because I wanna use it more. So I have all my lip liners in here. I'm gonna go ahead and move like the partners that they go with, the Kylie ones, just to save some space. So this is the Candy K, which I believe this is, yeah. So then this way I'm not like sifting through all of my liners and I can just grab what I need. And then this one must be the shade Bear. So this is the Lumiere, no, this is the Aquarius. I wanna add this to my everyday makeup bag. These are all like eyeliners and stuff like that. This Gimme Brow I'm almost done with, and I just bought the new e.l.f. Wow Brow that I really like. So I'm just gonna focus on using that one. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this since there's like nothing left. And then mascaras, I have a bunch that have just gotten old that I'm gonna have to declutter. This Bambi Eye mascara, I really wanted to like it. It just does not work for my lashes for some reason. It just makes them like really hard and almost crusty. I don't know. I could deal with that if they looked good when I put it on, but it just doesn't work for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it aside. The roller lash, I do not like the mini of this at all. I don't know. Sometimes like the minis perform a little bit different, but I have the same issue with this. I feel like it just makes my lashes feel weird. And it also, like, I get black stuff all over my eyes with this for some reason. I don't know if it's more like an oily formula, but I'm going to declutter this one because of that. But the full size, I've really been liking for using just on my lower lashes. The way the wand is on this mascara, it's just perfect for lower lashes, so I really like it for that. The telescopic is like my favorite. This one's okay. This is the NYX Worth the Hype. I had bought a couple backups of this when I originally bought it. I want to use it more, so I think that I'm going to put it in my everyday makeup bag. The Colossal is one of my absolute favorites, but it's just getting kind of old. Same with the Lash Princess. It's just getting kind of old. I don't know that they're necessarily dried out, but I feel like I've had them just a little bit too long, and that starts to gross me out. So I'm going to declutter those two, and then I can focus on using what I have. So I have my L'Oreal Lash Paradise, and I have an IT Cosmetics Superhero that I need to get through. Moving on to single shadows. Everything is pretty good. These are just eye glitters. Those are all new. These are the ColourPop Super Shock single shadows that I absolutely love. And I'm so upset about this one because it's getting to the end and it's just starting to dry out. And it's my absolute favorite color, and I don't think they make it anymore. It's weenie. So if anyone has a color that's similar to this, it's just falling apart. So because of that, I'm going to put it in the to-go pile. And I'm so upset about it because it's like literally my absolute favorite. But a shade that I want to move to my everyday makeup basket is this MAC Single Shadow. It's a really pretty like everyday shade. It is in the shade Hoax. It's like this purple taupey brown color. So I want to give this a little bit more love. And then I just have a couple of these mini palettes. This one broke, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to deal with it for a little bit longer because I really like these three shades, but it's only $3. I could easily just, you know, purchase a new one. I just picked out the Jaclyn Hill Original palette because I want to start using it more. I have it and I don't use it enough, so I think this week's makeup tutorial, I'm going to play around with this palette again. All right, so that's everything in that drawer. So I'm going to move on to my side of under the sink where I keep perfumes and skincare and just miscellaneous stuff like that. I keep my makeup brushes and then hair stuff. And then this is all like lotions and self-tanning. And then in the back, there's like nail polish remover and body wax. So I have a couple things in here that need to go. So let's go through it. Perfumes right now, I think I'm all good on. I do like my perfumes. If you want to see a perfume collection video, let me know. I'd be more than happy to do one going through all of my perfumes. The only one that I've had a hard time wearing lately is this Define Me one by Sophia Isabel, I think it's called. I got it from Ulta, and I tried wearing it when I was pregnant, and ever since then, the scent just bothers me for that reason. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use that one again, so that one might have to go. So I have some hair care that I'm not using or that's almost done. This I absolutely loved. It's a Briogeo Don't Despair Repair. This is a strength and moisture leave-in mask. I really like this, but it's almost gone. And I have a couple of Tresemme products that I have not used. This is their Invisible Styler. It's pretty close to like what this Playa does. I'm pretty sure it's like pretty similar, and I'm just not going to use this. So I'm going to set this aside and maybe give it away to someone who will. But everything else, like I need to buy a new one of my hairsprays that I love. And then that's just stuff for like curling my hair. And then if I ever wear my hair down and straight, I like to pop a little bit of hair oil in it. And then I just have my texture sprays and my dry shampoos. This is also perfect for organizing like under the bathroom sink. I love it. And I actually might take everything out of here and put it in one of those little Lazy Susans. I'm not sure yet. That might work a little bit better for this, but I do have a few tanners. I love my Saint Tropez. I do really enjoy the Loving Tan, but it is just getting old. I don't believe I used it this past summer. I used it the summer prior because I was loving the Saint Tropez Whipped Marshmallow Tanner. It smells so good. So this one's getting old, I'm gonna put it aside. And then nail polish removers. I just bought the regular kind because I do not care for this dip kind. So I'm gonna just get rid of it rather than hanging on to it. I just did not like it at all. These are just all self-tanners, lotions. This I never use. This is like an exfoliation mitt, I wanna say. So that I'm gonna get rid of. That's pretty much everything for under here. So let's move on to my little closet here. I keep all of my cleaning supplies down below. And if you just watched my most recent haul video, I picked up this Method Anti-Bac and I can't, the smell is gross. This is gonna be in my to-go pile. Everything else I use and I really love down here, but I'm thinking I either wanna put something else down here or maybe even like add a shelf because I feel like I need a little bit more room. So I just have like all my nail polishes and stuff like that, which I have to put a few away. I don't ever use this when I'm doing my toes, so I'm just gonna toss it. And I'm also gonna add my other like nail file, glue, stuff like that to this little guy. Get rid of these. And then let's just put these nail polishes in. And I try to keep all of my nail polishes by like color. So I have like purples, reds, greens, orange, yellows, and then like darker colors in the back there. So then I can find like exactly what I'm looking for. And then all the way up top, I have my hair dryer. I have like hair stuff. This is like bigger clips, curling irons, all stuff like that, makeup bags. And then this is where I keep like my backup of like makeup and beauty products. So I'm gonna pull this out. This has gotten to be a complete disaster. All right, so in here, I keep like all backups that I have and then like nails. So like I keep all my little press-on type nails or glue-on nails. And then I keep samples, perfume samples, like backups of things that I really like perfume, Fix Plus stuff. These are just like a bunch of new makeup brushes that I just got that I need to try out, so I'm gonna put aside. And like beauty blenders, little mascaras, stuff like that. So this is a complete mess. I think I'm gonna go through these samples, like speed it up and put aside everything that I don't wanna try that maybe someone else will try or that I don't really like. But I can tell you that I've never used this once. I really don't need another palette. It's brand new, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this, but I'm not gonna keep it. This is my favorite lip kit from Kylie. This is the one Bear. Love this. Tons of these glue-on nails, like so many. One of my favorite lipsticks. This is the shade Baddest Beige. Mascaras. Like this is garbage. So these are the samples that I'm keeping. These are more of like more sweeter perfumes. That's kind of more up my alley. And then these are the ones that I have not tried and I would like to try. And then everything over here is stuff that I've either already tried or I just don't, want to keep. So here's everything I got. Some makeup stuff, some nail stuff, a cleaning product, a bunch of little samples. So I'm happy with this result. So that's everything for today's video. I'm gonna link a couple videos down below, like some other declutters that I've done and some makeup organization, bathroom organization, if you wanna check it out. And if you're new here, please subscribe. I do all types of beauty, organization, cleaning, lifestyle, all different types of videos. There's a little bit of something for everyone, I think, and I would love to have you here. And that's everything. I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.